Right, good afternoon everyone, how are we all? Beautiful day for a hashtag COVID wedding. Fantastic to see you all. Now, the bride and bridal party will be arriving shortly. A few quick instructions. No photos of the bride and groom on social media until they have posted. Obviously, no brainer. Phones away and enjoy the ceremony. Also a no brainer. Wedding hashtag COVID as in cold. That got cold. Vid as in like COVID. Wedding. Cold wedding. Yeah, C-O-L-E-V-I-D wedding. Yeah, use that. We have all the seats basically filled in. We don't really want to leave any empty seats, so if you think you might be able to snag a seat, please do so. And if you really need someone to go, we'll just tell you to move. Make sure you checked in, wash hands, all those sorts of things, remember. Keep the aisle clear for the arrival of the bride and bridal party, but once the bride and father of the bride have come through, pack in, okay? And feel free, if you're standing, to come as far forward as you like. Be mindful of drawing people behind you or whatever. Just work it out amongst yourselves, okay? You're all adults, just work it out amongst yourselves. I'll tell you to stand for the bridal party at the appropriate time. And then you all stand, and when I tell you to sit down, you'll all sit down. There's confetti. Is there confetti? Yeah. Where is the confetti? It's in the fridge. Now, those of you who have it, we're sending 4 or 5 able-bodied men to get the confetti. You must wave it. If you have confetti, please wait till the very end, until the bride and groom are walking back out this way. And then please throw the confetti up and over them, not at them. Okay? Up and over, and it goes up in the air and down on top of them, okay? And it will be abundantly clear when confetti o'clock is. Because, you know, sometimes people get a little bit excited. You can leave it, leave it back. And then when we're signing, people can go and grab confetti, I'll remind you. Okay? So we save the confetti to the very end. And hold our congratulations to the very end, okay? Don't run up after we've done a little bit and start congratulating. We'll do that at the very end. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, we're all good. Still just have a chat to yourselves. It'll be abundantly clear when we're getting underway. Maybe about 3:15. Thank you.
They're not here yet.
There was a semi-stern one.
Yeah, actually, I was sitting behind you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please stand for the arrival of the bridal party.
Be hard to handle, like candle feeds the flame. What I've got is full stock, thoughts and dreams that scatter. Pull them all together. How I can't explain. Well, you make my dreams come true. Oh, so you make my dreams come true. On a night when that dreams become a screamer, and you're messing with the dreamer, I can laugh it in the face, twist and shout my way out, and wrap yourself around me, because I ain't the way that you found me, and I'll never be the same. Oh, now you make my dreams come true. Well, you make my dreams come true. Oh, to listen to this, baby. Do, 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 do. I'm down on the daydream. The street light will be over by now. Yeah, since you, baby, you make my dreams come true. Well, you make my dreams come true. Well,
and gentlemen, please take your seats if you have a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beautiful Battery Point Hall on this incredibly special occasion, the wedding of Alexander James Cole and Keeley Elizabeth Bonnelly. The couple are so thrilled that you're all here to witness and celebrate the most important day of their lives. Every one of you here today is incredibly important to our bride and groom, and they are so grateful that you are here and excited to get to spend this day together. Alex and Keeley want to say a sincere thank you to all of you who have travelled to be here for this special day. Sadly, there are also a few important people who are unable to be here today due to current travel restrictions. Alex's mum Nicole and her partner Andrew, as well as his uncles, aunts and cousins, would have loved to join us, though I'm sure they are toasting the lovely couple from afar. Also unable to join us today are Alex's beloved grandparents Rodney and Jackie, and Keeley's grandparents Barbara and Kevin. They would have loved this day, and I'm sure they are so proud of Alex and Keeley. My name is Robert Pill, and I'm duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. In the lead up to today's ceremony, I met with Alex and Keeley on a number of occasions. It is clear to anyone who's spent time with them that they love and care for one another very much. Today's ceremony highlights their level of commitment. Today, Keeley was walked down the aisle by her father Bill, who I'll now ask to stand for the presentation of the bride. Bill, please answer with, "I do." Bill, do you present Keeley to Alex on their wedding day as a sign of trust that he will continue to love, support and encourage the amazing woman you raised?
100% I do.
Thank you, Bill. Alex and Keeley first met in Year 7 at a school social where they had to make up a sport-themed dance to kung fu fighting. Naturally, it was rugby or touch football themed. Neither of them can recall their first words to one another, however, they are sure that whatever it was would have been the most awkward thing that could have been said. 11 years later, they finally had their first official date over coffee and dessert at Honey Badger. The couple shared a magical first kiss on the front steps of Keeley's house, with Keeley's mum Kimbra arriving home partway through. When it came to meet one another's families, Alex somehow survived meeting most of Keeley's family at her nana's wedding. Not intimidating at all. Eventually, they inherited their first pet together from Alex's father John, the seemingly indestructible Tui. I love this bit. Tui has defied veterinary science on a number of occasions, surviving eating every object imaginable, including corn cobs, sponges, and chocolate, you name it. He survived possibly the worst hangover known to dog kind after ingesting 220 grams of Bailey's liqueurs. The couple have 2 treasured cats, Hermione and Obi-Wan, and in the future, Alex hopes for twin babies, Luke and Leia. In future, Alex and Keeley are looking forward to doing life together, embracing every up and down along the way. Before today's ceremony, I asked Alex and Keeley the same 4 questions and had them write down their answers individually, so you are hearing them here for the first time. The first thing that Alex noticed about Keeley was her smile. After not having seen each other for a number of years, then reconnecting through a friend, they'd both obviously changed, but Alex says that Keeley's smile remained the same. He was so nervous waiting near Kelly's steps, but the second he saw Keeley, she smiled, and Alex knew something amazing was going to happen. Alex loves how fiercely loving Keeley is. Family is the most important thing in the world to her, and she would do absolutely anything for any of them. She is the most loving aunt to their niece and nephews. Alex loves how much Keeley loves the couple's pets, even if it means he has to sacrifice a significant portion of the bed to them each night. To Alex, marriage means that they are a team. Alex feels that he and Keeley both know that whatever comes their way, they can deal with it together. And that if either of them has had a hard day, the other will always be there, waiting to help. In marriage, Alex is most excited about starting a new chapter, to adventuring together, to starting a family and then forcing their children onto their parents and siblings so that they can sneak out to the pub or the movies. On their first date, Keeley noticed Alex's rugged beard. It surrounded his cheeky smile. Keeley also noticed and adored how Alex's entire face lights up when he laughs. Keeley loves Alex's protective nature. Everyone and everything he loves are wrapped up in a big protective bubble. Keeley says, "Have fun if you disrespect or hurt who or what he loves, because you are absolutely going to hear about it." To Keeley, marriage is knowing you always have your best friend by your side in the good times and the bad. Someone in the room who knows exactly what you are thinking, so that you know you are never alone. Keeley says that marriage also means having someone to open jars for her forever. In marriage, Keeley is looking forward to knowing that if she says to Alex, "If you love me, you will put the rubbish out," and he absolutely will have to do it for as long as they both shall live. Now for some legal bits. Alex and Keeley, before you're joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I'm to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people, to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. At this time, I'll ask Alex and Keeley some important questions about their relationship in front of you, their nearest and dearest friends and family. Alex and Keeley, could you please face one another and hold hands and rearrange flowers, and I shall come to you. Please answer with "I will." Alex, will you take Keeley to be your wife? Will you love her unconditionally and be there for her in the good times and the bad? Will you promise now and forever to cherish, respect and honour her?
I will.
And Keeley, will you take Alex to be your husband? Will you love him unconditionally and be there for him in the good times and the bad? Will you promise now and forever to cherish, respect and honour him?
I will.
Alex and Keeley have written personal vows which they will now read to one another. Alex, you get to go first.
From the moment we came back into each other's lives, I knew that we had an instant connection. Waiting at Kelly's steps where we agreed to meet before our first date was a moment filled with different kinds of emotion. Nervousness, eagerness, and fear that you've probably seen in Turn Tail and Cut and Run. Thanks for not doing that. That all stopped when I saw you smiling at me on the street. All those... No, I'm talking to me.
You're both allowed to cry.
All those feelings of anxiety left me in place with just this huge feeling of excitement. This grows every day that we have together. You just constantly fill me with excitement for the future, the family we want to start, the adventures we want to have, and the home we want to fill with plans. You deserve all this and more, and I promise I'll do whatever I can to get us there. I promise that I'll always be there for you however you need, whether it's just to sit and chat a hard day at work or waiting at the doorway with a glass of red when you get home. I promise to always be your teammate in life, as we talk about, as a husband, and hopefully one day as a parent when we start a family together. I promise to always communicate with you, to be open and honest, and I might need this microphone. I'll even try to stop mumbling every time.
What?
Most of all, I promise to never stop loving you and to never stop trying to be someone worthy of your love in return.
Alex, I can't say that we fell in love at first sight, although I knew as soon as I met you that we'd end up together. Granted, we were 13 years old, and you did have a crush on my friend. For so many years, we've had moments of coming in and out of each other's life. But as they say, everything happens for a reason. And you came back into my life in a big way, right when you were supposed to, when I was least expecting it. I couldn't have imagined choosing anyone else but you to go through life's journey with. I feel so privileged to be welcomed into your family with open arms. And I know, or I hope you know, what a big part of my family you already are. In you, I found my best friend. Someone I can look across the room, catch eyes of, and know you know exactly what I'm thinking. You accept me for who I am, quirks and all. I promise I'll laugh with you, cry with you, scream with you, grow with you. I promise to be there through the ups, the downs, and everything in between. Alex, you have my heart, and I promise to love you forever. Okay.
We have some legal vows. Alex, you can go first.
I call upon persons here present to witness that I, Alexander James Cole, take you, Keeley Elizabeth Bonnelly, to be my lawful wedded wife. I promise to be there when you need me, to fill your days with sunshine, to comfort and encourage you, to help you reach your goals, to be your best friend ever, and to love you all my life with all my heart.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Keeley Elizabeth Bonnelly, take you, Alexander James Cole, to be my lawful wedded husband. I promise to be there when you need me, to fill your days with sunshine, to comfort and encourage you, to help you reach your goals, to be your best friend ever, and to love you all my life with all my heart.
Alex and Keeley will now exchange rings. Jared, may we have the ring for Keeley, please? The panic.
Keeley, I offer this ring to you as a symbol of my love and of the vows I have just spoken. As this ring has no end, neither shall my love for you.
We have the second ring, please, Jared.
Alex, I offer this ring to you as a symbol of my love and of the vows I have just spoken. As this ring has no end, neither shall my love for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honour and privilege to declare Alex and Keeley as husband and wife. Alex, you may now kiss the bride. The happy couple and their witnesses are going to take a few minutes to sign the register. Please feel free to talk amongst yourselves during this time. Alex H, we want some music for this time, please. We'll reconvene shortly for the conclusion of the ceremony, so don't go too far into anything crazy at this point. We'll just sign and then we'll come back and reset. And then after that is confetti time. Okay, so confetti's at the very, very end. If you don't have confetti, you're somewhere near the aisle space. Grab some confetti now, and at the very end we do confetti. Hold your congratulations to the end. Thanks. we've reached the end of today's ceremony. If we could just reset, and if you're a confetti person, if you've got a cup of that, then your chances are getting very close. It's very soon now. We've reached the end of today's ceremony. Could everyone please remain close by for some photos? Family, please listen carefully for photo instructions. Bubbles will be served here immediately after the ceremony. You can see a table at the back there, and you're welcome to move out to the grassed area beside the hall if you would like to. And can you believe it? I wrote here weather permitting. Drinks here will conclude at about 5 p.m. And the bride and groom have requested that you all be at Shambles on Elizabeth Street by 6 p.m. please. To Alex and Keeley, may your marriage be filled with all of the love and joy in the world. May you make the most of every opportunity presented to you, and may you always keep the promises you have made before me and these witnesses today. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the incredibly gorgeous newly wedded couple, Mr. and Mrs. Cole.